Hi, good morning and welcome to Something About Being Out live here. Just setting off to pick my mate up and then going back to Lancashire. I stayed in Laurel's number 22, the lodge. Everything was spot on, couldn't fault it. No, I couldn't fault it on a whole. So I am now off to Waddington. So put in Waddington. So we need to be at my mate's for 11:30. I've left myself enough time today. Yesterday I was slightly late. So that was to pick up medication. This is to go for a haircut. So yeah, as it is, I've not fished. I bought all my gear and everything, but it was a trip to see my friend. I am going fishing in my new club. That's my next venture. So yeah, so put in previous destinations and LM5 9ZG, replace, start,
turn right
and
after
away we
50
go.
yards.
This is only going to record me, but it is more of a YouTube listening video as this one, for anybody that wants to listen.
Turn next right, then take the third left turn.
So we're going to Waddington.
Turn right.
As you can hear, SatNav
Turn
is
left.
talking to me. He's wanting me to turn left for some reason, but that's not right.
Turn left after 100 yards.
Yeah, it wants to
Turn left.
No. I'm going out of the caravan site, so I want to exit. So SatNav has been
Turn left after 100 yards.
SatNav has been a help on this holiday. So we've got the guys stood on the gate. Pass what they're doing. Don't know, maybe he's waving me through anyway. So he's doing his
Turn
job.
next left.
Radioing through. Waving me through. Off we go out of here.
Turn left after 100 yards, then immediately take the next left turn.
That way. Thank you. So there was two wardens on there. There's a big wagon coming out. I don't know why
Turn
they're
next left, then immediately take
directing
the next
traffic,
left
but they
turn.
are. So yeah, so we're
Follow
in
the road for 3 miles.
Tethersall village, and I'm going in to Waddington. So there's a park, everybody welcome, Tethersall car park. So there's everything near. When I came, there was a car park and park opposite. Just a little bit further up here on the left hand side is bait and tackle. When I arrived here, I didn't have a clue where I was going. My mate doesn't really go out much, so I'm a nice lad, so yeah. I'm driving a Nissan Qashqai, a hybrid. Fully recommend it. Expensive to buy, but everything about it is good. I bashed it a couple of times, but hey ho. Going over the dike there. You can fish that at the back of the caravan site, I would say. A little bit, there's a couple of features on it. There was cormorants and a heron working it, so there must have been fish in there to catch. So, but yeah, generally I've had a great time. I was supposed to go out with Lisa last night. I was absolutely knackered, tired, and I just didn't feel I wanted to go. I couldn't get myself motivated to go. They've been really nice about it, so I owe it to them, really. So Lincoln is very flat. I've got a wagon following me that came out of Tathers Hall, obviously been delivering. There was a girl and a man doing the car parking as you leave Tathers Hall Lakes here. There was a lad SIA. If you have any licensed premises that stay open late, you have to have doorman on it. Sunday I saw a doorman. It's normally Friday, Saturday, Sunday. If they've any entertainment on, a doorman is needed on a leisure site. Tathers Hall Lakes has all the leisure facilities, it has a bar. I didn't go in the bar, I no longer drink. So, yeah, so it's not a Christmas jumper, but I'm nice and warm. So the roads are really flat around Lincoln, and I've got my telephone in the place, so I've left the accommodation really tidy. Used a little bit of electric and gas, the gas to cook the pizza, the lights to light up the caravan. Yeah, I got my money's worth out of it for the couple of days I was there. Used it as a base, went to see my mate. It's been really good. I didn't get any fishing in, but I had a good walk round, took some good film, and yes, really good. Time's always been against me, but Tathers Hall Lakes, I rated it.
Prepare to turn right and follow the B1189.
9.5 out of 10. And for me, that's high. There was no...
Turn right after 300 yards and follow the B1189.
Way to go. I missed this turning yesterday.
Turn next right.
So I'm getting more used to the area. Yeah, I've rated the...
Follow the road for 7 miles.
Tathers Hall Lodge Lakes on a 9.5. The reason why I cut it by 0.5 was the nearest shop. Well, that's not Tathers Hall Lake's fault, I understand. So yeah, if there was one just a little bit more convenient, that was the only thing that I marked it down on. I've stayed in a lot of places and I've found better places with, well, there's a possibility that Tattershall Lakes has a shop, but on a Monday, with it being winter, everything wasn't open, so it left me no option. There could have been a shop on site, it didn't look, so 9.5. Some people may have marked it down less because the television wasn't working, the gas fire wasn't working, but everything else worked. It was good enough for me. So the lakes on the complex, absolutely beautiful. The main fishing lake looks like they have boats going on it. Jet skis. They also have pedlos on there. The rules are quite relaxed. You can't, for fishing, you can't use keep nets. General a rule, you couldn't use pulses, so basically sea baits were banned. Again, you abide by the rules, and if you don't want to fish, then don't fish. Beautiful fishing, Rudd Lake, pike 20, carp to 24. I think the biggest fish on the complex was 34. Rudd Lake and Merlin Lake, if I'm ever back down in the area of Lincoln, seeing my mate again, I would definitely just watch my speed here, 30. I would definitely go there to fish. There was little bits of cat ice, but the main reason why I didn't fish was because the main reason of coming down was to see my friend, and we're doing little bits in the day. I'm helping him out, it's what mates do. So press that, keep it down to 30. So from Waddington to Tattershall Lakes is 20 miles. It's actually over that, but in the grand scheme of things, it's not too bad. So for me, that was a value for money holiday. £90, and I've spent £20 down here, tank full of fuel. So in this day and age, I think that's really reasonable. The internet's really good, isn't it, to look for deals and things. But there was, if you had children and anything like that, there's events on there today. I don't know how lenient it would have been, but I checked in at 4 o'clock. Had a fish and chips on site. Stayed a couple of days. Went out to see my friend. I'm a morning person, not a night person. And I felt nauseous and sick. I was supposed to go round for tea, but I couldn't hack it last night. I fell asleep in the lodge and got up, and all I wanted to do was sleep. In a sense, I didn't want to burst my bubble. Probably wouldn't have been up now. I was out late and I felt groggy. So this is saying we're gonna get see my friends at 11 o'clock. So I checked in just before 4. The accommodation was ready. Checked out at 10. Did the washing up, cleaned everything. A little bit of hoovering in there. Not a lot else for them to do. When I came into Lincoln, I did see one of the places where Danny Fairbrass has lakes. Norton Disney, very famous fishing complex is Norton Disney. I think there's a famous guy, a well-known guy. It's run by Coda, Norton Disney. I've watched videos on the guy that's bailiff there. They've both done, 2 people have done Coda podcasts, and one of them lives on the lodge there. The names evade me. Richie. I think Richie's the bailiff on there. Fished on a famous water, Redmire Pool. Rich is friends with Chris Yates. I think they fished together on Redmire, back when Redmire was very much in the public eye. He did hold the kart record, did Chris Yates. Yeah, so Norton Disney is not far from Lincoln. We're not far from Skegness. coastal. I think there's big caravan sites there. Tattersall has a lot of caravans. Massive. It's everything you need. But like everything, they could do more with the fishing, but
Prepare to turn right and continue to follow the B1189.
all as I would say on that is
Turn right after 300 yards and continue to follow the B1189.
all I would say on that is
Turn next right.
swim management would be better. I understand what people are saying. What they're saying is there should be more pegs. Coming in the winter, it wouldn't matter. Not to me, would not matter. The reason why it wouldn't matter is because there was no one fishing, there was no one in the resident caravans, so there's no reason at this time of the year why you can't fish. No reason whatsoever. Pay your $7.50, sit there and fish. The wardens were fine. No one was
Prepare to turn
questioning
right and
anything,
follow the B1188.
asking if you was a resident on the site. It was very chilled out, relaxed. No one was questioned. They wave you in at the barriers, everybody was really nice. They wave you out at the
Turn right
barriers.
after 300 yards and follow the B1188.
I'm not going to complain about anything at all. I do think that the
Turn
reviews
next
on
right, then take the
TripAdvisor
next left turn.
are very harsh. A lot of them were cleaning issues. I didn't have any cleaning issues whatsoever.
Turn next left. Follow the road for 3 miles.
None whatsoever. No issues whatsoever. Some people had marked it down there was no gas fire, and marked it down there was no telly. But I went to see my friend and to go fishing, so although I didn't fish, I walked around them all, learnt loads about Tattersall Lakes. I could understand that some of the residents might be a little bit funny. Would I stay there again? In the winter, yes. To see my friend, definitely. Good place, reasonable price. It's going to cost me a tank and a half of fuel. So when you add it all up, it'll probably cost me with food around about £200. If you were going to go in the summer season, or you went to Turkey for a week or something like that, you're paying a hell of a lot more. So for a holiday in the UK, a caravan holiday, and for what you got, really nice. The caravan was spotless. They're obviously used. The bed was a little bit, it wasn't uncomfortable. I had a good night's sleep, so I'm not complaining about that. I also had there was one other problem. Oh, that was someone banging, trying to get into the caravan. Why that happened, I don't know. He heard voices in the night, and it sounded like kids. I don't know if they were trying to get into the caravan, pinch things. The time it was, I would have thought that if there's SIA security on there, they should have been questioning at that time of night. It was dark. I'm not saying, yeah, I am saying that SIA probably haven't done the job properly. Because if they're letting people in that are going to rob caravans, then they're not doing the job properly. I do SIA, I've done SIA, and I tend not to work at
Prepare to
night.
turn right and follow the A15.
But if you get a good SIA lad on at night, you should be checking. Everybody's got keys for the caravans.
Turn right after 300 yards and follow the A15.
Anybody that's not got keys for the caravans shouldn't be allowed on site. That's what they get paid to do. That's my only complaint, but that's
Next right.
That's nothing to complain about, really. Staffing is a problem.
Follow the road for 1 mile.
But I think that could have been stopped, it could have been avoided. I would have beat myself up about that if that had happened on my shift. So I wouldn't have let that happen. But a lot of people just take the money and go. I'm not going to complain about anything. So yeah, it seems to be across the board. Does that? There's a lot of people not worth the metal that need to leave. Yeah. Yeah, that's across the board.
Prepare to turn left and follow the B1178. Turn left after 300 yards and follow the B1178.
I'll tell you a little story about
Turn next left. Follow the road for 2 miles.
working at Killington Lake. I was working, I picked up a job doing facilities at Killington Lake. Financially I'm okay, I didn't really need to do it. I was getting a little bit bored and I wanted something to do. So I managed to get this job working at Killington Lake, and I spent a lot of time in the restaurant cleaning tables. There was a lot to do, and there should have been 2 people on shift, but I was left on my own. So you can't be in 2 places at once. Another lad came on shift, complained, and I just left. And straight away I got disability allowance, because that's been happening far too often for me. The manager sided with the lad whose name I don't want to remember. He was really rude. There was a lot of things wrong. One of the lads was working with his girlfriend. The manager let that go, and to be honest with you, the management were piss poor. I think his recruitment was piss poor, to be honest. He said that when I said no, that's it, I'm not going back, he did say that I was a good hire. That's fine. I work bloody hard, and then some dickhead to come in and tell me that I'm not doing this and I'm not doing that when it wasn't my fault. I don't even go there these days. Don't work with dickheads. It's not always about the money. I got paid and I've saved that money. I went and picked it up and worked for it. So I could have given it to charity or whatever, but I give it to charity in other ways. I'll help friends of mine. Yeah, if I'm going to do things for charity, I've got the time to do things for charity. But I do things through my own sort of choice. I'm very selective of what charities that I give to. I'll give to the air ambulance, and I'll give to charities that are close to my heart. Blue Skies is another one that I will give money to. Blue Skies and
Turn left after 300 yards and continue to follow Hilltop.
the air ambulance is the 2 charities that I give a bit of money to.
Turn next left.
And apparently I was the only one in that particular area that give
Follow
anything.
the road for 2 miles.
Yeah, a lot of people are strapped for money. But the way the culture is now, I'm not surprised. I do vape, but I don't vape massively often. But I do quite like vaping. Right. Whilst I'm on, I'll have a talk about vaping. A lot of people say you're making it smell, it's horrible. But I think it's a lot better than smoking. It's a habit. And if you're outside, you're not breaking any laws. But people are still complaining about it. Personal space and things like that. If you're walking up the road and somebody walks past and they get a lungful, I don't think it's as harmful as cigarettes. So, should it be banned, vaping? For the younger generation, yes. Do I wish I didn't do it? I've tried it. I do think it's a diet supplement. I don't think it does you that much harm. Strawberries, absolutely fine.
Follow the road for 1 mile.
Bollocks. So what? It relaxes me more than anything. Only do it a little bit, not a lot. If other people are doing it, you do it. I think it. One of the guys I went to see in a vape store in Polton was really good. It was really helpful. He sold all the vapes. He sold me a vape. He said, "Are you aware that they contain nicotine?" They do contain nicotine. Nicotine salt is what you get addicted to. You can get tobacco ones. You can get different flavoured. Apparently they all have nicotine in them. Don't think that they all do, but yeah. So we're 7.6 miles away. We're in good time today. So we're gonna get there 11:09.
Turn left after 300 yards and follow Meadow Lane. Turn next left.
You can fucking wait like everybody else.
Follow the road for 1 mile.
Beautiful river there. I'm going to do some revision when I get home on what river I went across. I know we're not far from the Trent, the Aaron Calder, the more famous rivers, but that was a dike. I did see the name of it. And where you went over the bridge to go to Tattersall Lakes, it was wider down there. It did look more fishy nearer a road. So where the bridges go over, they do look more fishy than a pretty featureless river that looked like it had been landscaped by the Environmental Agency. So yes, 6.4 miles away. We're going to arrive at 11:10, which is absolutely spot on.
left after 300 yards and follow Chapel Lane.
A lot of it's finding your bearings, knowing the area, finding the bearings.
Turn next left. Turn left after 300 yards, then immediately take the next right turn. Turn next left, then immediately take the next right turn. Turn right.
Got everything spot on, I think. So, saying in 800 yards, keep going. 5.4 miles away, we're going to get there at 10 past 11, which is absolutely bob on. And the name of his road is Hopkin Avenue, and it's number 3.
Turn left after 300 yards and follow the A1434.
Norton Disney. And a guy called Rich is the bailiff on there. Yeah, that's the one. Richie. Trying to think of the other guy that was on the podcast. Peter Springate, famous angler. I've heard of Peter Springate. I think he's done more in the media than Richie. Both the names were on the podcast. Richie and Peter Springate. Richie lived in a flat, hit the bottle, wasn't too well known in the public eye. Wasn't Richie. So yeah, that was the problem. Someone that's high up in Corda, Damien, got him off the bottle, give him a job as bailiff on Norton Disney. The reason why I'm talking about Norton Disney is for that reason. Norton Disney, Math T UK, who is from my way, lives near Lancaster. He has a good job. He does a lot of filming when he's fishing, and they went to Norton Disney for a social. There's a good thing about filming on your mobile. You can pick up registration numbers. FX68UUO. Got a taxi in front with a private plate and his reg is FG15 OTT. Yeah, but I will never report anybody for anything. It's not something to do. Very, very relaxed individual.
Turn next left.
Copper behind. Don't know what the
Follow the
coppers are
road
like
for 1
round
mile.
here. They could be pretty brutal. So, best shut that. There is no laws against filming when you're driving. If you want to film when you drive safely. Don't see that being anything of an issue. I'm going to pick up my friend. So I've been on camera now 49 minutes. So I've got miles to go up here. So it's taken me 50 minutes to get from Tattershall to Waddington. So tell there, use that after.
After 300 yards, leave the roundabout at the first exit and follow the A46. Leave the roundabout at the first exit. Follow the road for 2 miles.
Oh, fuck off!
After 500 yards, leave the roundabout at the 4th exit and continue to follow the A46. Leave the roundabout at the 4th exit. Prepare to turn left. Turn left after 300 yards. Turn next left. Prepare to exit left and continue to follow the A46. Take the next exit on the left. Take the exit on the left, then take the next left turn. Turn next left. Turn left after 300 yards and follow the A46. Turn next left.
Come on.
Follow the road for 1 mile.